fiber, so you're going to be like hella
No, not this argument.
swole, bro. And I don't mean muscle-wise. I'm talking about your colon. And that can go with another risk,
He's brainwashed like the rest of them.
which is something called diverticulosis.
Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's Carnivore Vitality here, Dan. Today we're going to be reacting to a doctor reacting to the carnivore diet. So yeah, hopefully he's not like all the other doctors who just say how bad it is and you need your fiber and all this crap. But yeah, let's see what he's got to say. 90k views, 400,000 subscribers. Let's have a look.
Hey guys, like Tom Heineber's asking me about the carnivore diet. Look, we've talked about like vegan and keto and all this stuff, and I got to be honest, I have no clue what the carnivore diet is. Tom says it's like all you can eat is meat, and like Sean Baker and other people, Jordan Peterson, have all talked about this diet on Twitter.
Correct.
So I am going to work out for you from first principles as a doctor the benefits and risks of a carnivore diet. Okay.
Right. So he's reacting to the first time he's ever heard it, just based off what he's got to say. So yeah, let's have a look.
No, having done none of the research. You know why? Because the research is all bullshit. Because all nutritional research is garbage. Okay, for reasons I've talked about. All right, so this is what.
That's true. That's true. I agree with him on that point. So starting off, it seems like he knows what he's talking about. So let's see if that trend continues. Probably won't, but yeah.
You're eating nothing but meat. Already,
Yep.
You've put this diet into the category of what we call elimination diets.
Yes.
You've eliminated a lot of food and you're narrowly restricting what you eat to a certain class of macronutrients, which are meat. So what are you
Well, fat and protein, meat isn't a macronutrient, but sure.
getting rid of? I imagine you're getting rid of refined carbohydrates, most carbohydrates for that matter, vegetables, you're getting rid of sugary drinks probably, you're getting rid of processed food, and you're eating nothing but meat unless you're
So getting rid of all plants, essentially, all plants. Yep. Because carbs comes from a plant, sugar comes from a plant, alcohol comes from a plant, grains comes from a plant, so yeah.
eating just pure processed meat, which sounds delicious. All right, so carnivore already has an advantage because you've cut out a lot of what the standard American diet is known to be bad for, which are processed, high sugar, high salt, garbage
Sure.
foods. Now you're left
Vegan
with
also does that,
high
so-
protein, high fat meat products. Now, from first principles, there's some very soft, it's very hard to imply what's actually causing versus just correlated with. So
Oh no, here we go. What's he gonna say?
red meats, heme-containing meats have been correlated with higher risks of things like colon cancer.
Oh my
Now, nobody
gosh. No, not this one. So essentially, there was this one study that showed that, eating red meat increased your chance of getting colon cancer by 15%. And 15% does sound like a lot. Well, obviously, it's just correlation, and 15% does sound like a lot, but nothing is actually statistically significant until it is 200% in correlation. So, obviously, it's not causing it. I don't even know what he's saying, but yeah.
causing higher rates of colon cancer,
No.
or if there's some other confounding factors, which we've talked
How would no fiber cause damage to the colon when fiber stresses the colon? Doesn't make sense.
about before. So could it be that you might increase your risk of cancer?
No.
In an absolute sense? Not that much.
No one had colon cancer prior to the agricultural revolution. None of our ancestors would have had colon cancer. So there you go. Carnivore diet does not cause colon cancer.
Right? Now, the other downside is there's no fiber, so you're going to be like hella
No, not this argument.
swole, bro. And I don't mean muscle-wise. I'm talking about your colon. And that can go with another risk,
He's brainwashed like the rest of them.
which is something called diverticulosis,
He's really saying... Wait,
which are little outpouchings of the colon from high pressure associated with potentially a low-fiber diet. Now, again, we don't know.
he's really saying that no or low fiber causes diverticulosis. I've spoken to people like Chaffee about this, and this just isn't true. When you look at the actual evidence, it shows that high fiber diets actually increase your chance of diverticulosis. And it's quite ironical how, if you look at people who have surgery recovering from gut conditions or even recovering from diverticulosis, the surgeons put the patients on a low to zero fiber diet because they don't want to stress the patient's colon or their gut. So it just doesn't make sense. How does no fiber cause diverticulosis when you're not putting stress on... I don't get it.
No, but these are kind of associations. And I'm working this out as a doctor, having seen a lot of patients and kind of understanding basic physiology. So in that case,
Basic
a
physiology.
carnivore diet, which is all the rage now among people who are like, bro, I don't know why I did that, but I pulled something very painful in my side. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm in spasm right now. So I'm going to continue talking while I have this spasm.
Yeah, it's probably from too much plants. Probably all the toxins from the plants, mate.
The elimination factor may actually help a lot of people to feel better if they maybe don't tolerate refined carbohydrates that well, and or they have some other intolerances in terms of digestion, like beans and things like that with fiber that cause bloating and gas and uncomfort. So maybe they
So he said that fiber causes gas, bloating, and uncomfortable situations. But then he's saying that you need fiber. I just don't get it. He's so brainwashed.
feel better. Combine that with a really powerful placebo effect that goes with food, because food
I agree. The placebo effect is very, very real.
is a religion for a lot of people. For vegans, for keto people, for carnivore diets, okay? It's a religion. In fact, for people who love the standard American diet, it's a religion. Don't take my Carl's Jr.
Yeah, so I do see some validity in that statement that food actually can be a bit of a religion because it's something that, you can get so obsessed with. However, with the carnivore diet, it's just basic physiology and biology, and it's just returning to how we used to eat due to natural selection pressures which force us to eat this way. So I don't think it's this big thing, like all the vegans who go crazy, you have to eat vegan, save the planet and stuff. I think that's more of a religion. I don't actually think the carnivore diet is similar to those other fad diets.
Your Happy Star away. And yes, I know what the Happy Star is because my mom used to get it for me quite a bit when I was considerably fatter. Correlation, causation, you decide. Anyways, that's a real doctor.
No, I like him. He's funny. I like him. He's not as bad as the other doctors, so I'll give him that. He did at the start state that the nutritional studies were quite incorrect, but overall, I mean, the fiber and diverticulosis point and colon cancer just wasn't really strong at all. But overall, see what he's got to
Doctor
say.
figures out the carnivore diet from first principles, deal with it, share it, or don't. I'm gonna go eat some meat and then also some vegetables because I like vegetables. All right.
Okay, no one likes vegetables, but anyways, that's topic for another video. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this guy. I thought pretty reasonable sound doctor. I've seen worse, I've seen better. But yeah, I like this guy. Maybe we'll have to react to more of his videos.